Alrighty guys, welcome back to another stream. Sort of a surprise stream again. Yeah, we're gonna play some cruising games. We're gonna go cruising on the Nintendo 64. So this week, Cruis'n Blast came out, which was Raw Thrills' latest cruising game. Finally got the home conversion treatment, and I've been playing it a lot. I did a live stream of it, but then I also have just been playing it on my own off stream, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. And because of that game, I wanted to go back and revisit the old cruising games. And so I actually fired up Cruis'n USA, Cruis'n World, and Cruis'n Exotica earlier this week, and I played through most of them. I didn't get all the way through Exotica because it's a lot more, I'd say it's a lot more difficult. You also get limited continues in it if you're doing the cruising mode, so it's, you know, I didn't actually work my way through that one all the way, but I did go through Cruis'n USA start to finish, and I also did Cruis'n World start to finish, the cruising modes at least. Cruis'n World does have, I think, challenges and things like that, which I didn't really explore too much, but I did do the cruising mode, and so that's going to be the focus of tonight's stream. I'm going to try the cruising modes on each of the three games, and we're just gonna chill, relax, hopefully, if the traffic and opponents allow me to, and just, you know, cruise and have a good time, so. But hey, Brian, welcome back, and Mark, of course, and Freddy, and I saw Pearl Jammer out there earlier, so welcome, guys, to the stream. As always, not sure how many people we're gonna have, you know, pop in here tonight, because this is sort of a last-minute thing. I did not schedule this in advance. But, yeah, should be a good time regardless, and let's go ahead, and I've got a new save file here for YouTube, so we're gonna go ahead and just start with that. And so Cruis'n USA is pretty bare bones. When you start here, you've just got one course, or you can do the cruising mode, which is up here, Cruise the USA. You can press B for options, and, you know, these are kind of like your default settings. Honestly, I would probably, if you want to have like the best time with this game, you want to turn the racers and traffic off. As you'll see through this playthrough, we are going to get slammed into a lot, and yeah, it's going to be kind of crazy actually. You do have controller options here, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and just roll with this. You do have steering sensitivity, which is nice, but I'm going to leave it on the default settings. So you've got multiple difficulties here. I would recommend the easiest to start off with if you're playing this for the first time. When you beat it on the lowest difficulty level, you will get basically your car will change color, the car that you were playing with, and your top speed will increase. And then you'll get another car boost unlock on the third difficulty level, and then you'll probably get one for like the last one. But we're gonna leave it on the lowest difficulty. Even on the easiest difficulty, you're still going to run into stuff left and right. You're going to get hit by oncoming traffic, and your opponents just like to slam right into you left and right, so it can be really difficult to deal with. So, but yeah, super bare bones package. This is a very early Nintendo 64 game, and for those of you guys that don't know, it is a port of an arcade game by the same name. And let's go ahead and cruise the USA. You do have manual transmission. I don't use it. I find it to be a little cumbersome to work with, but I'm going to assume like your top speed is higher with it. And you have a variety of cars to pick from. So I believe there are unlockable cars as well. I'm not really sure what the requirements are for that, but we're going to go ahead and just select this guy right here. Hey, Jay, welcome back. And here we go. Let's cruise the USA. Oops, pressed the wrong button. Yeah, so the A button actually switches your view. You can go into first person mode. Frame rate does run better in first person, but I'm going to zoom out here in third person. Yeah, and as we progress through these games, you'll notice that they'll start looking a little bit better. They'll start running better as we go through the series. Cruis'n Exotica in particular runs really nicely in the system, and it looks pretty good. But yeah, what you're seeing here is pretty much the entire game. Again, the first Cruis'n USA is very bare bones. There's no drifting, there's no tricks or anything. It's just literally driving, like Outrun or something like that, which is fun. I've always enjoyed this game because it is just like literally, it's just a chill game. And, but yeah, they did add tricks in the Cruis'n World. And they added in drifting in that game, which is extremely important in that game, as you'll see when we get to that title. Going pretty fast here, actually. It's good to try to stay on the right side of the road, because, you know, if you drive on the opposite side, you're much more likely to run into oncoming traffic. But later on in the game, sometimes you pretty much have to take the corners on the opposite side of the track. And you got to deal with drunk drivers, too. That guy was totally drunk. Yeah, you got to watch out for those guys, too. Nintendo! Nintendo published this one, actually. I think they published all three. Nintendo basically treated this like first-party releases. And they worked with the Williams in the arcade, and Williams made these games, Williams and Midway. And then on the home systems, I believe Nintendo published them. It's interesting stuff.
Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Alright, let's go ahead and do my initials. We'll be seeing this screen a lot. But once you get your initials popped in here, it stamps them. This game be played with the steering wheel in the N64. I mean, if a steering wheel exists, I don't see why not. I'm not really too familiar with accessories like that for the console. I do have a controller. It's called the Ultra Racer. It's kind of interesting. I was actually trying to work with it last night, but its A button is like a weird trigger, and I don't know. I wasn't able to get it working correctly in some games, but it worked well in others. I should actually try it with this, but we're just using a stock N64 controller right now. Good old classic analog stick action. Yeah, the frame rate gets pretty bad on this level. Look at these guys just slamming right into me. Yeah, these really thin tracks are tough to deal with as well.
Check it out, San Francisco.
Well, one thing I do sometimes when I'm playing this is I'll go into first-person mode just to make the frame rate, improve. Get myself a smoother frame rate. The problem is that you really need to be able to see your vehicle when you're huddled up with your opponents like this. You need to be able to see your vehicle so you can dodge them appropriately. It's a lot harder to do that in first person because you can't see behind yourself or to the side. But it looks like I'm in first right now, so I'm just gonna stick it out with first person right now. Oh, you see, just like that. Like, I couldn't see that guy run into me. Yeah, and the AI will just slam right into you, and you'll just spin out, and yeah, it could be really frustrating. And that is just a really common thing about the AI and just the entire series. They do not give two craps about you. And you'll have a lot of good runs just completely shattered because of just really mean AI. Again, they just don't care about you at all. They will slam into you left and right. Nice big tunnel, though. Yeah, don't touch the walls either. Thankfully, you do have like a little bit of sort of a radar on the right. It shows the objects on the track, and the red squares you see are your opponents.
Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
And you can just skip that, hit start. Now, even though the game's called Cruis'n USA, it's more like cruise the western part of the country and then somehow end up in Washington, D.C. It's like you skip across the country. You don't really go across it. Most of the courses are on the, like the West Coast and, into, the desert. And, there are some tracks in more like the Midwest, and then you just end up near the East Coast. You go to New York, I think, and then you end up in DC later on. Washington, DC, the nation's capital. Yeah, some of those later courses are really mean, too. Like, the DC track just has so many sharp turns, and you're not really all that well equipped to deal with them. Whoa, what was that? There was a dude just, like, stuck midair. That was weird. Oh, man. For those of you guys wondering, we are actually on a, actual Nintendo 64. We're running a modded console with the Ultra HDMI. And so we do have HDMI output straight from the console, so it's nice and crisp. Another drunk driver. And, whoa, another one driving on the opposite side of the road. Yeah, so even if you stay on the correct side of the road, you still have to watch out for oncoming traffic, because they're dumb. Dumb and drunk, probably. These courses become a lot less stressful, too, when you're in the lead. And that's the finish line. Here we go, another one down. Oh, and it's funny, said, asked right as I said that, the picture is crisp. Is this running on an emulator or Ultra HDMI? Yeah, it is Ultra HDMI. Hey, White, welcome back. Cruis'n USA. Yeah, we're technically Cruis'n USA first, because it's the first game. We're going to play them in order. And then we'll do Cruis'n World second. And then we'll do Cruis'n Exotica last. And these first two games were, I believe, actually ported by staff at Williams and Midway. The third game was, according to the title screen anyway, it was farmed out to another studio, which I had never actually even heard of before. So, we'll see who that is again. I totally forgot who it is already. Trying to take it slow. It actually almost seems like I turn harder when I'm sped up. Oh, man. And I don't remember if on Cruis'n USA you have to be first or if you can just be top 3. Some of the games you just have to be top 3, others you have to be first. I guess we're gonna find out. Well, I'm first right now, so maybe we won't find out. Oh, that was bad. I just completely flattened that tree. I've never seen that before. Paper tree. Oh, man. Yeah, second place. Let's see what happens. Said says that new Cruis'n game for Switch looks fun. Yeah, it's very fun. I've no joke played it for like 15 hours this week. I played the living hell out of that game. We actually ended up getting all the gold cups. Okay, yeah, so you do have to be in first place, otherwise you get a game over. So, you get infinite continues, though, you can just keep trying. But yeah, Cruis'n Blast is a hell of a lot of fun. Yeah, we got, I ended up going through all the difficulty levels, including Extreme, which is the highest difficulty level. Got, all the gold, cups. Got all the keys. Now I'm just working on, like, leveling up all the vehicles. Yeah, really fun game. It does get repetitive, which is kind of true for all these games. They're not really complex games. But they are fun. Just flattened another tree. I'd prefer that rather than getting stuck on them. It would suck if you got stuck on them. Alright, now I gotta be careful. The only reason I lost that last one is that I just ran into oncoming traffic. Ooh, that was close. Nice. Alright, got it that time. Yeah, so it is a first place or bust kind of thing. And if you don't get first place and you continue, you gotta do the track over. Yeah, there is a Triceratops car in Cruis'n Blast, Jay. It's pretty funny. There's also a unicorn, there's a hammerhead shark. You unlock a tank at the very end. Yeah, there's so many unlockable vehicles in that game. What games benefit the most from the Ultra HDMI mod? I mean, nothing in particular, just everything. Everything benefits. Let's go first person. Frame rate's kind of chugging here. This is a pretty fast game, too. Until you hit something, of course. Beverly Hills. Apparently. Uh-oh, not good. Oh, God. Gonna barf out my McDonald's. Ooh, that was close. Nice. Good sense of speed. Those dudes with they're shirtless. They look so out of place. You got bikini babes, and then you've got, like, just random dudes. Jean shorts. They're shirtless. Oh, man. The 90s, I swear. Let's go back. There we go. And there is a way, I think, to get like a boost off the start, but I'm not sure what the timing is on your gas. Yeah, I do prefer this zoomed out camera angle too. But again, when the frame rate starts chugging, going in the first person definitely helps. Although, because I play in third person a lot, it does take, like, you know, some time to get used to first person. Man, I love the N64 analog controller, too, for stuff like this. It's so smooth. The N64 analog stick has just, like, this right amount of tension. It's perfect for games like these. Good smooth race so far. Although you can see the red square behind me on the right. So you can see how the AI is just it just stays with you basically. So you make one slip up and the AI just zips right past you. Oh, god damn it. Well, I think we're gonna have to redo this one. Don't think I'm catching up. Unless I get lucky and he runs into... no, we're definitely done. Unfortunately, I don't think you can... Yeah, you can't restart the race. In later ones, I believe you can actually just restart. Yep, man, that sucks. Hey, Guns, welcome back. Alright, let's try this again.
Ready, set, go!
Yeah, so in Cruis'n World, they added in drifting, like I said earlier, and they've also added in this thing where you do a wheelie, you double tap the gas, and your car just does a, you know, pops a wheelie, and it actually speeds you up, and it gets you up to speed a lot faster. The original Cruis'n USA doesn't have anything like that, as far as I'm aware. The music quality in the series also gets better and better as the series progresses. This music is so goofy too. Ah, 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 ah. It's like, ooh, ah. It's like, what the hell, man? I really want to play the arcade version again. I haven't played it probably since the 90s. Yeah, with Cruis'n Blast out on Switch, you know, Eugene Jarvis, who's one of the original developers of the Cruis'n series, has openly stated he would love to do like a compilation of the arcade games. So hopefully that that happens. I mean, I could try to like load it up in MAME or something like that, but I know that it's gonna require some tweaking. You see it? Look at that. That's like 6 tracks, all in California, and then you just kind of like end up halfway through the country. So it's not really Cruis'n the USA. It's more like Cruis'n California and then a few other cities.
Well, Death Valley.
Death Valley. Man. I will say, dealing with the oncoming traffic does remind me a lot of, like, the old Test Drive and Need for Speed games. Thankfully, you don't die, or anything like that. It's just a hindrance. Oh, that was my fault. I was trying to go, to the other side. Hey, Tenarian. Welcome back. How's your tiny little island civilization? Wow, I got super lucky. Oh, come on. That was horrible. And some of this traffic is going really fast now, too. Got it. So you want to do that fast enough, and you want to basically dart past the train. If you don't do it in time, you have to actually stop and wait for the train. I made the mistake earlier this week of slamming right into the train. And Blue Avenger, welcome to the stream. And Azusa! Welcome, Azusa. Since Azusa is here, I wanted to give him a quick shout-out. He had done a super chat a few weeks ago. Like $20 or $25, and so I went and bought this controller. He said he had this one growing up, so I'm going to do a weird controller video with it. So thanks again, Azusa. This should be really fun. It's got micro switches, and then the ball right here actually clicks as well. It's really weird. So, yeah, shoutouts to Azusa. Thanks again for that. Much appreciated. Where is the cat, you ask? She jumped down. She's probably on another bed or something. She probably got bored of me. You're doing fine out here, says Tenarian. Only seen one more person wearing a mask in public for a total of 2 people with masks. You believe they were both foreigners? Wow. Yeah, Azusa, I'm not sure what game I'm gonna try with it. Like, Battletoads is such a good game for stuff like that, because it actually requires a lot of precision and a lot of button inputs. But I don't want to do Battletoads over and over and over again with every controller. I'm sure that content will get old. So I'm trying to think of what other game I could try, but it has to be a game I'm familiar with, and I prefer to use, like, you know, do a game with all... a game that requires, like, all inputs, like diagonals and everything. So, I don't know. Doing something like Castlevania or Ninja Gaiden I think would be too easy, because all I need to do is really go left and right. But then again, a lot of people feel Ninja Gaiden's pretty tough, so maybe I'll just tackle that. I haven't done Gaiden yet, so... And I'm not very good at Battletoads and Double Dragons, so that's kind of off the table as well, unfortunately. So I can't do that one. Whoa, drunk driver! Those guys just swerve all over the place. It's crazy. That's the finish. Ooh! Ah! Ooh! Ooh! Oh! Ooh! Ah! Azusa says maybe a Mega Man. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. That could actually be fun. Something that's like button mashy could be fun, for sure. Tenarian says he started playing Final Fantasy XIV. First time he's ever jumped onto the onto a bandwagon in regard to games. He's also been playing a bunch of PS2 games. Currently playing Second Sight, replaying Second Sight.
Ready? Go!
So much rock and desert in this game. This is the Grand Canyon, apparently. Keep going off the track just a little bit. I think it does slow you down a tiny bit. I can hear different sounds being made when I go into the dirt. I'd say overall we're making decent progress, though. You know, I think I've only lost, I think, twice? Oh, not too bad. It says, wow, Mount Rushmore. Okay. You see Mount Rushmore for like a split second. Hey, F-Zero Lad. I started about 30 minutes ago. Yeah. Technically probably about more like 15 or 20 minutes ago, because I had the introduction screen on for a while. Yeah, see, look at that. Now we're in the middle of the country. So, again, so much for Cruis'n the actual USA. It's mostly cruise like the western part of the country, and then you end up in the middle. Then you work your way east. Yeah, Tenerian, these old arcadey racing games are just really fun. A lot of people like to kind of downplay Cruis'n USA because it is so simple, but it's still fun, if you ask me. I still really enjoy it. I'm really glad Cruis'n Blast came out on home console, because I wouldn't have gotten back into these games without it. Cruis'n USA was the one I played the most back in the day. I didn't play World or Exotica growing up. And when I actually started going to arcades again, and they were there, I still never really messed around with them. I played more of like Rush 2049 and Hydro Thunder. And if I ever saw something like Outrun 2, that always got my money. That's my favorite. We're gonna have to do an Outrun 2 stream again. Using like a racing wheel or something. I do have this weird wireless racing wheel for 360. So I think what I'll do is maybe try to play like Outrun 2006 coast to coast. Because it is backwards compatible on 360. Nice, another one down. This is not an emulator, it's a real console. I have a HDMI modded N64.
Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Ready?
Set, go! I like that airplane going overhead. Oh, man. Yeah, so if I wasn't... The reason I have an HDMI modded N64 is for capture purposes. If I was just going to play N64 by myself, I would just use the S-Video on a CRT, and it looks great on a CRT. But it really doesn't look good through an upscaler. So when it came to actually capturing the console, like, the HDMI mod was worth it. It is expensive, but, you know, for capturing, it's fantastic. It makes my life a lot easier. And there's a lot of N64 games that do resolution switching, so they'll have, like, high-res title screens or menus. Cruis'n Exotica does this, actually. And then it'll have low-res in-game assets. Or, sorry, low-res in-game resolution. And that really, you know, plays havoc on some capture cards. Like, if you got an Elgato or something like that, it's not good. I don't know how I'm still first. Nope, never mind. Right as I said that. Oh, come on! I didn't even touch the freaking car, man. That was garbage. That was hot garbage. Hey, Uber Disco. Welcome back. But yeah, if you're not going to capture footage, then the Ultra HDMI and other HDMI mods probably aren't worth it unless you're just like a hardcore N64 fan. It's like the console you play the most, you know? N64 is definitely not that for me. You know, it is a system I enjoy, but it's not like a personal favorite. You know, when it comes to this era of gaming, I generally prefer PlayStation and Saturn by far. There's just a lot more games that I'm into on those systems. Yeah, so if I wasn't capturing like this, then I definitely would not have gotten the mod. I'm glad I have it now, though, because it also makes my life a lot easier. Like, I can just bring this console into my living room, hook it up to my 4K TV, and it looks fantastic, right? So it is really nice having that option. I do really enjoy that now. You know, I don't need upscalers anymore for this. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Whoa, what happened there? Man, this game is just not playing nice with me right now. Yeah, the other thing about Ultra, like, in HDMI modded consoles, there's pretty much no input lag, which is great. You know, you run through an upscaler, you'll usually have to contend with at least a little bit of that. Oh my god, you're a freaking police officer! Why are you drunk driving? Well, he's in Cruis'n USA, that's why. I'd be drunk driving too. Yeah, this last stretch is one of the tougher parts in the game, I think. Jeez. Just let me get first place. I don't want to have to do this again. I really don't want to have to do this again. Thank you. Thank you. Tenerian says the PS2 library is insane. Yeah, it's such a huge library. You're going to be finding new games you've never even heard of for a long time. The original PlayStation is like that too. It's got such a massive library. There's still so many, like, hidden gems, quote unquote. Hey, Christopher, welcome back. The game doesn't seem as choppy as you remember. Yeah, it's not for the most part. There are a couple of parts, like, when you go through San Francisco and you've got all, like, the 3D buildings, like, the frame rate starts to chop up a lot there, but most of the game is pretty manageable. Yeah, these thin roads are kind of tough to deal with. Checkpoints! Had some birds overhead. Another checkpoint. Checkpoints! Man, I want to play some Cruis'n Blast again. Maybe we'll have a little Cruis'n Blast finale afterwards. Yeah, and actually, you know, doing this stream, I completely forgot. There are some handheld cruising games. Like, I think there's one on Game Boy Color. I think Cruis'n World was ported to Game Boy Color. And then there's also Cruis'n Velocity on Game Boy Advance. I'd like to try those again. I might have to fire up the Mister sometime. Not tonight, but definitely have to fire that up and see how those are. See if they're worth playing.
Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Hi, Perrin. Welcome to the stream. Have I played, Falxor says, have you played any of the 64 Rush games recently? Yeah, I actually dabbled with Rush 2049 the other night, and the first one. I am terrible at the Rush games, though. They are super, like, stiff compared to the cruising games. They have very unique driving physics. Definitely a series I want to get into, though. Hey, Adam! Thanks so much for that, man. Hey, we're actually getting close to the end of the game, by the way. Like, once you're off the, sort of the west, once you're out of the west, it's, you know, not that many more, races. Oh my god, seriously, fire truck? Holy crap. Does the double gas jump work? You know what? I think that's actually giving me a little boost. No, it's not. Let's see. So I'm at 147. Yeah, no. It doesn't. Yeah, it's not in this game. There is that in Cruis'n World and Exotica. You guys will see me do that. Blah. Sorry. Doing that a lot. Holy hell, dude. I hate spinning out like that. I just lose complete control. Man, that's horrible. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this one over again. Oh, that was my fault. I tried cutting the corner and getting past him, but I didn't turn hard enough. Uh-oh, are you serious? Oh, wow. AI ran into the traffic. It's good for me. Wow, we got super lucky. Like, I wouldn't say this is all that hard right now. We are in the easiest difficulty, but it's also not really what I would call easy. Arcade developers back then had a tendency of doing that. Like, even the easy modes were still technically challenging. Christopher says, I still remember playing the arcade version, thinking that it was running on something close to N64 hardware, then being disappointed with the home version, because it wasn't nearly as good. Yeah, and you know what's interesting, Christopher, is Eugene Jarvis has said that it was not on any sort of Ultra 64 hardware. They basically created a unique system for Cruis'n USA, and it was basically, you know, they just had a collaboration with Nintendo, and Nintendo said, hey, you know, advertise the Ultra 64. And, so yeah, the N64 hardware was not, like, anything like the Cruis'n USA arcade hardware. Hence the sort of downscaled conversion. Gonna get our on. I think this is our last track, actually. We're in DC now. That's kind of funny. I didn't struggle with some of these courses as much as I did earlier this week. I'm sorry. Just cracks me up every time. This music, man, it's killing me. In a good way. It's goofy fun. There's the White House. Wow, you actually finished at the White House. Adam says he's pretty sure this is the third N64 game he ever got. Mario 64, then Wave Race, and then this. Very nice. Wave Race is so good. I've gotta relearn that game and do some streams of that. Hot times. 22 minutes. Almost 23. Let's join the victory celebration. You're on top of the White House. Oh, man. Faster car awarded. Yeah, so then you can use the faster car on the higher difficulties. Next award at difficulty 3. So I had to beat the game on the 3rd difficulty to get my next car upgrade. Hey, Society of Sin, welcome back.
Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Azusa asks, did anyone play the Beetle N64 game? Yeah, Beetle Adventure Racing. Yeah, that's a really solid title. I haven't played it in probably like 10 years now, but there was a period like about 9-10 years ago when I moved back out on my own into this apartment I still live in, and N64 games were really cheap back then, and so I was just for like a few bucks a pop, I was just buying all of these like cheap racing games, and Beetle Adventure Racing was one of them, and yeah, I was playing a lot of driving games on it back then, and that was definitely one of the higher quality ones, both from like a gameplay standpoint and visual standpoint. So we get the credits for the arcade team, then it's going to show the console team. Hey Martin, welcome back. For the love of God, would you do a Rush stream? Maybe? I'm terrible at the Rush games, man, so until I get good at them, like, you probably won't see a stream. But I know people want to see it, for sure. Hey, Greg, welcome back. He says, I loved N64 racing games since they had the stick early, giving you more control than D-pad racers. Yeah. Yeah, the N64 analog stick is just... it's excellent for driving games. And Wave Race feels awesome, Mario Kart feels awesome, the Cruis'n series feels really good on it. Ken Lob! Turbo F-Zero Lad says he loved playing Sin and Punishment and Star Fox. Yeah. Yeah, those were some of my most played games on the console growing up. I got Sin and Punishment, I think around like the year it came out. I had imported it. One of my local shops had it. Yeah, so I played that quite a bit. And then Star Fox is one of the earlier titles I played a lot of. Cruis'n USA. Unfortunately, we don't have a cat. I don't know why she's not in here. I'll put the ball controller in her place. Pretend it's a cat. Alright, so we're gonna switch over to Cruis'n World. And again, you know, we are on real hardware. So, my memory... I had to buy a new memory card the other day. My old one died. Completely. Like, we thought it was just a dead battery, but no, it's just like the chip must have gone bad or something. Alright, so on to Cruis'n World.
Cruis'n the world. Yeah, yeah. You've got the speed. You've got the power. Just cruise the world.
Time to cruise the world. Society says, speaking of cats, I'm going to be adding a second kitty to his family soon. Oh, very nice. That's cool, man. Alright, let's go ahead and hit the start button. Let's say no. I'm going to start a new game. Check our difficulty. Cruise difficulty. I think last time I played it on medium, so I'm gonna do the same thing. It defaults to easy though. Championship difficulty, you have to start in beginner. It's kind of a bummer. And get your usual settings and stuff like that. Winning girl is off by default. We will turn it on. Controller setup. And so, yeah, you do have drifting in this game. You have to basically hold down brake and press gas at the same time. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Azusa says, I want an arcade stick for all my consoles now. Yeah, arcade sticks are great, man. They're so much fun.
Choose your car.
So we got a bunch of different cars to pick from here. You see the game already looks a lot nicer. Although I will say it does have more blur than the original Cruis'n USA. Everything does look softer. Sardine Extreme. What a vehicle. Road King. We're gonna do Serpent. That's what I played through last time, so it's kind of what I'm comfortable with. And I noticed that this game doesn't take up as much screen real estate. You can see you've got borders on the top and bottom. So, Cruis'n World. Not using an upscaler, Mernin. This is a HDMI modded console. So yeah, you can double tap A to boost. And then, again, you can start drifting. And then if you tap in the opposite direction and press gas, you'll do like a side wheelie. It's actually really important because it gives you a speed boost. And you can cut your corners sharper with it. But it's extremely important just for the speed boost alone. This is one of the things I was actually disappointed about with Exotica is they took out the drifting. At least I haven't been able to figure it out if it is there. And I checked out some walkthroughs online and nobody mentioned the drifting. And it's actually kind of funny because like no one mentioned the drifting on this game either. And it's a crucial function. If you look at my speedometer, it boosts up higher every time I do a drift, and I come out of a drift. Especially if I do the side wheelie. Ooh, that's not good. Now, Cruis'n World, I think you can be just top 3, and then you're fine. Oh my god, no! Dude, that sucks. I think we're fine, though. No, Mernin, a couple years ago I had the console sent out. Someone did the mod for me. It was not cheap. The things I do for YouTube. Alright, yeah, so we're good. Thankfully, you do not have to be first place. Japan.
Ready? Set? Go!
Yeah, so if you do your little boost off a jump, you'll also flip into the air. And you can actually flip off cars. So if there's like a car in front of you, you can do your little drift. Or not drift, but you can do your wheelie. See, like that. I don't find it to be that useful in this game. You're better off just drifting. Oops. But you can do it to oncoming traffic as well. Yeah, the drifting's better because you get a good speed boost, and that's crucial.
Checkpoint!
Nice. That was cool. Second place. Do you guys trust eBay HDMI pre-installed? I mean, it would depend on the seller. You'd have to do your research. Society says that this looks like a huge upgrade from Cruis'n USA. Yeah, I'd say it is. I do like the simplicity of Cruis'n USA, though. I mean, this is also simple, but Cruis'n USA just has like a really chill, sort of Outrun kind of feel. Apparently Outrun was its inspiration. Like Eugene Jarvis has said that, you know, he had enjoyed games like Outrun, where you literally just drive, you know? It's not really as much about racing. Yeah, it looks like there was a shortcut to the left right there. That is something they added into this game. There are some shortcuts. I don't know them. Like I said, I literally just fired these up earlier this week because of Cruis'n Blast on Switch. So it's not like I'm an expert at these games or anything like that. I just ran through them once. So when you beat the game, the Cruis'n mode, you'll actually do a final track after the credits, and it's the moon. And it's a very difficult track. Tons of tight turns. Very tough track. I'm upside down. China! We're gonna be driving on the Great Wall.
Ready? Set? Go!
There's another shortcut there. You can just drive off the wall. The Great Wall. Whoa there! That's crazy. Nice. Society says, remember that Simpsons game where you're on the Great Wall? Yeah, isn't that Bart versus the World? I remember that. I used to play it as a kid. That game was such a pain in the ass. I never did. I don't think I ever finished that one. I mean, Bart versus the Space Mutants was a pain in the ass as well, but I actually learned that one a couple years ago. I did a Let's Play of it. That was a very interesting learning experience. Whee! Yeah, you have no mid-air control with that, so it is kind of risky. In Cruis'n Exotica, you've got control, which is nice. And again, we're gonna play all three Cruis'n games on the 64. Oh, my jeez, man. Come on. Yeah, for anyone just joining us now, we did go through Cruis'n USA. Holy crap. Seriously? Oh, now I've got an itch. Gotta take my hands off the controller. Yeah, this is not looking good. We're probably gonna have to end up doing this one again. Oh, it's not good. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it over again. Hard luck. Third or better to advance.
Ready, set, go!
Let's try this again. Yeah, I made the same mistake. It just leads you off the track.
Checkpoint! Checkpoint! Checkpoint!
Oh, that was close. Wow, lucky. Very lucky. Pearl Jammer says, I wonder what the Midway game developers are doing these days. Well, some of them are still in the arcade business under Raw Thrills. I'm gonna guess some of them are probably under, like, Incredible Technologies as well. You know, other arcade developers. One thing I will say about this game is, at least here, right now, without, like, any unlockables, it does feel slower than Cruis'n USA. I really like the sense of speed in Cruis'n USA. You know, I was gonna actually really consider playing Cruis'n Blast at the end of this, just to show people like how far the series has come. But and then I remembered I got copyright claims on my original stream last week, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, for anybody curious about Blast, I do have like it's like a 5-hour long stream where I was just playing that game. I was having a really good time with it. But yeah, that's on my channel. Maybe I'll link it in the description for anyone curious later. Yeah, so apparently some of the sound library they used in Cruis'n Blast is licensed music from Universal. So I got popped for that, which sucked. Yeah, a lot of copyright claims you get for music aren't legit, but this one, unfortunately, was legit. So I just, you know, just gotta leave the claims on that stream. And this track is actually kind of tough. It says it's easy, but I don't know. I struggled with this one last week. So I have to really drift a lot. You can also drive off the track if you want. You can drive onto the, you know, the brick walkway.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Someone's screaming.
Checkpoint.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the AI just does not give two craps about you. They just slam right into you left and right. Okay, that's super aggravating, man. Wow, I just got totally, like, screwed up the butt on that one. Cigarette Juice Man asks, have you been out of the state or country? I mean, yeah, I've been out of my state, but not out of the country, no. Never. I have never been off the East Coast, though. I will say that.
Ready? Set. Go.
Yeah, if there's one thing I have to complain about in the classic cruising games is the AI is just terrible. It's not really fun to race the AI. Which is why I recommend, if you really want to have a good time with the original Cruis'n USA, in particular, you can just disable the opponents completely. You know, maybe leave, like, the traffic, because it does require you to, you know, think about what you're doing. But the actual opponent cars are just terrible. That's one thing I love about Cruis'n Blast is that you can basically do takedowns on your opponents. So they're not like such a nuisance like they are in this, you know, these classic games. Oh my god, I didn't see you. Come on. Ah. That's really frustrating too when like you're going over a hill and you don't even see anything until it actually hits you. So you gotta be careful about that. Yeah, it almost happened again. It's definitely good to try to stay on the correct side of the road sometimes. Just to try to avoid things like that happening. Alright, well that's better. Hey, MT Shark, welcome back. Cigarette asks, where do you want to travel to? You know, I wouldn't mind going to some other parts of the country eventually. You know, maybe check out San Diego. My dad used to live there for a little bit. He says it's really nice. And I'd like to go to Vegas. I've never been to Vegas. I have a couple friends there. A couple of viewers, actually. And Pinball Hall of Fame is there. I'd like to definitely check that out. Trip to Japan could be fun. I like Japan.
Ready, set, go!
Yeah, travel's not usually high on my priority list because I don't really have that much money to work with, and travel is expensive. But maybe later on in my life it's something I could consider doing. Yeah, you know what kind of sucks is, like, the more I play these games, the more I get frustrated with the AI. Thankfully, though, you know, in this game, you just have to be top 3. You don't need to be, first place. I want to say Cruis'n Exotica, in the Cruis'n mode, I think you still have to be first place. There are, like, challenge modes you play, where it's basically like, kind of like Cruis'n Blast, where you've got, like, circuits. You'll have, like, a circuit of 4 courses or something like that. And in that, you just have to be top 3. It's actually really interesting going back to the old games and seeing the game structured and how, like, certain modes and whatnot, how they're set up and how they were carried forward. So again, with Exotica, you got the challenges and basically like circuits, and that was carried forward to the home conversion of Cruis'n Blast. It's pretty cool. First place, nice. Hey, Fluttershy. He says he's been to San Diego. Beautiful views up there. Nice. Next race. Apparently this is an expert course.
Ready, set, go!
Yeah, the sound quality for the music is a lot better in this game. It sounds much less, like, General MIDI-like. You got actual, like, guitar samples now. Oh my, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, that helped me out, but that was still super frustrating.
Checkpoint!
Like, I was just gonna, you know, everyone crashed, and I was just gonna go through it, but then one of the guys just, like, spun out and slammed right into me. It's like my car is a freaking magnet. And that just completely screwed me up. Alright, checkpoint. Oh, dude, what the freaking hell? I'm trying to not drop F-bombs right now, but I'm getting really close to doing it. Man, what a mess. What a freaking mess. It's so aggravating. Yeah, when courses go like that, they're just not any fun at all. Not any fun. Christopher says the music in San Francisco Rush is so bad it almost makes him not want to play the game. Yeah, see, Society, I think I'm the opposite. Like, Society says, like, as he's gotten older, he's seen traveling as being overrated. See, I've never really traveled much. So now, as an adult, I'm like, you know, I'd like to get out of this hellhole I call Virginia and go experience some other things, you know? I mean, I'm just gonna play it safe like this. If no one's, like, crashing, I mean, I'm just gonna roll with this. Alright, I think that's the last checkpoint. Yeah, that last race was just a complete, like, complete train wreck. Alright, that's fine. I'll take it. Hey, Cafe Man. Cafe Man says go somewhere exotic, like Pennsylvania. You know, I would go to Pennsylvania, Cafe Man, if a thing called Replay FX was still a thing. But it's not, so I probably won't be back in Pennsylvania for a while. Cigarette Juice Man says Virginia is my least favorite state. He's been to 48 of them. Your girlfriend wants to move there? Really? See, I live in Northern Virginia, which is very different from the rest of Virginia. It's highly, highly populated, very expensive area. And I've been here my whole life, and I've seen it just get so built up and built up over the years, and I'm just tired of dealing with all the people, and... But it is still my home, and it's where I've been my whole life, so, like, I've never... I don't know. I haven't considered too seriously of leaving, but on the same note, it's like it would be nice to go somewhere else for, you know, like a vacation or something. Oh my god. That was horrible. I remember this course being a little tricky too, because you got all the trees on the side of the road. Oh, by the way, something I wanted to talk about earlier is apparently in the arcades, Cruis'n World was, I think, based on the same hardware that the original Cruis'n USA was on. And, but Cruis'n Exotica was apparently, like, brand new hardware, brand new engine. So it actually looks, even on N64, you can tell it looks and feels different from the first two games. Did I get it? No, still second. One nice thing about the area I live in Virginia is that, you know, you pretty much have everything you'd ever want or need in the area, and it's all within like, you know, 5 or 10 minute driving distance. And if you want to leave and, you know, go out to where there's some farmland, you only have to drive about, you know, 20 or 30 minutes for that. So it's kind of interesting in that regard. Yeah, one thing that's interesting about this too is that since you're going across the world, the traffic patterns do change. You know, because in some parts of the world, they drive on the opposite side of the road than what we do in the United States. And this game runs a lot better than the first one. Like, this city section, it's a lot more detailed than, say, San Francisco in the first game. And it also still runs a lot smoother here. Granted, I don't think the draw distance is quite as long as it is in Cruis'n USA. At least it feels like that. I'll have to, like, check, I'll have to go back on the stream and look at Cruis'n USA real quick and then skip back to this and just to make comparisons. Stonehenge. And the UFOs! Society says he's lived in California, Florida, Arizona, New York, and South Korea, and he's come to find out that happiness isn't determined by geography. Of course not. I mean, yeah. It does help, though. You know, like, if you live in a stressful environment, that's gonna affect your, you know, it's gonna affect mood and things like that. Like, my area, it's like, there's not a lot of, like, quiet downtime anymore. All hours of the night, even, you've got just, you know, busy highways and things like that. You know, 20 years ago when I was, well, about 20 years old, actually, things weren't quite as built up, and, you know, you could go for a drive in the middle of the night and actually be, like, the only car on the road, you know. That doesn't happen anymore. And then just trying to go to, like, a shopping center during the day to just get groceries or just get some food or something, it's just, even that's a stressful endeavor because it's always busy and packed. It's just frustrating. But yeah, again, on the other hand, like I said, like we've got access to everything, and it is one of the advantages to not living in the boonies. But the sacrifice is, you know, peace and quiet. I think there are trade-offs to every living situation, but finding a good balance is nice. Alright, this is probably our last checkpoint. These courses are usually about 1.5 to 2 minutes long. So as long as you haven't, like, slammed into a lot of stuff, you can just look at your elapsed time and then kind of figure out how much more you have to go. How much more track you've got. Ugh. I got real slow there. I thought I was going to lose. I thought a bunch of cars were just going to zip right past me. Alright, so we're gonna go down to Florida, and then we drive through Cape Canaveral, and then we take off in a space shuttle, and then, yes, this actually happens in this game. And then you go race on the moon. Gotta love arcade racers.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
As you can see, it's all about that drifting. You get that speed boost when you come out of it. And you know what, like a few miles per hour faster doesn't really seem like much, but with how the AI is programmed in this game, it actually makes a big difference.
Checkpoint.
I think that was a shortcut up top. I would like to be able to exploit the shortcuts more. There's another one. Ah, that was close. Statue of Liberty. Yeah, the animation on the characters there is much smoother too. Hey Mark, he says a little late night gaming. Nice. Yes, sir. Yeah, and you're right, Fluttershy. Fluttershy says he's been around 3 supermarkets, all within walking distance. It's very nice having that kind of convenience. It is. It definitely is. And I can do the exact same thing. I've got a shopping center right next to my apartment complex. And I need to do that more often, actually. Is just walk to the grocery store. My thing is, I go grocery shopping so infrequently that usually when I do, I have to, like, walk out with a big cart of stuff. Like, I don't have to go shopping tomorrow, actually. I need to get some eggs for the week. I need some cat food. Gotta feed my kitty. I'm about to run out. And then just gotta get some general other things too.
Checkpoint.
Yeah, I keep forgetting too, this is the medium difficulty. So this game does default to easy, but we actually cranked up the difficulty, so what you're seeing here is probably a little more difficult than what it generally would be out of the box. Nice, there we go, first place. Hey Josh, welcome back. Guys, let's lay off the political nonsense. Seriously. People don't come here for that. Alright, we're gonna zap off. Well, first to the credits, I think. And then we race on the moon.
Come on down. I got Cruis'n World at 419er, over.
419er over.
10-4, cargo bay open. Come on down. Commence countdown. 3, 2, 1, 0. We have liftoff. Roger. Payload release.
Just, oh man, it's classic. Oh man, Society, thank you very much for that, sir. Thanks for the trip down memory lane. You missed your N64. Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you. Yeah, so we basically just watch the credits, and then afterwards we get to race on the moon, which is the last track. I believe there are unlockable tracks as well, but I don't have access to any of that right now. Vince Pontarelli, he did a lot of sound design for Williams. He's got, I think he's got a lot of music and pinball machines and tons of video games. Got a very, you can really tell it's him when he, you know, in his soundtracks. Thanks for the GG, Fluttershy. I like seeing those custom emotes in the chat. Still no Patchouli though. She hasn't showed up. She's in the other room. She was here at the beginning. I had the camera on her for a little bit at the start. Mark says the music sounds like Joe Satriani. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, that's interesting. Eurocom did this version. I didn't realize that. Yeah, so Williams actually did internal development on the first game for the console conversion, but yeah, it looks like this was outsourced to Eurocom for the second one. Interesting. Yeah, and the third game was a different studio. Cafe Man says there is a persistent myth that Joe Satriani played on Sega Rally for Sega Saturn. That's the first time I've heard that. Cafe Man, so that's actually news to me. Cigarette Man says, how do you never take pee breaks? You are Iron Man. Well, generally I try to go before I start the stream. And I'm not drinking anything during the stream either, so I can usually go a couple hours without having to. It just depends. Like, I slept all day today. Literally all day. I woke up at like 7 p.m. And I just had like a couple drinks when I woke up and that was it. So I don't really have to go. Yes, on the moon, you're constantly jumping around. Lots of little like humps. Oh, I don't want to do that, actually. Crap. Yeah, this is by far the hardest track in the normal game. I know there are some other unlockable tracks. I'm not really sure how they compare difficulty-wise, but this is definitely the hardest in the cruising mode. Will? God damn it, Will. Oh my god, dude. What are you doing? Did you, like, win the lottery or something? I think Will won the lottery. He's just spreading out the funds. Nothing like the fresh smell of nostalgia in the night air. Dude, thank you so much, Will. Jeez, man. I don't know. I never know what to say to that. This is not the first time Will has done this. He did a huge donation just recently. No lottery winnings. Oh man, thank you so much, Will. We'll go ahead and try this again. We'll try to get top 3 on this, but it's not really necessary. You guys have we've kind of seen everything. Although I could try a couple of challenges and kind of see what that's about. Ugh. Like I said, this is a tough track. It really is. It's legitimately tough. So, you know, if I lose, I can't really complain that much. It's not like you have to drive just in a straight line or anything, you know, there's a lot of twists and turns. We should be getting close. Koopa Kid Games, thanks for joining up as a channel member. I appreciate that. Yeah, drinks are on Austin. And so for those of you guys that don't know, when you join up as a member, you get access to my Let's Plays early, and then you also get these custom emoji you can use in the live streams, and then you can also use those on comments on my videos. So, you know, if you're a channel member and you watch my videos, you know, spam those comments on them because or spam those emoji on them because they're fun. Yeah, thanks Koopa Kid, I appreciate that. The best part of these super chats is my reaction. Oh man. Alright, so yeah, we've done everything on the cruising mode. So, we could go back. Will says, thank you everyone. I simply consider an investment into a channel rich in priceless, nostalgic content. Well, thank you. It's a good way to look at it. You know, because like, yeah, I'm never gonna completely stop making YouTube videos, but the whole, like, treating it like a part-time job aspect does kind of keep me going with it. Because that does help me out, personally, just on a personal level. Financially and everything. With how things kind of go in my life at the moment, it's, you know, it keeps me motivated. I've been doing this a long time, and it is a big time... It's a big time sink. So, yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Alright, so yeah, I do want to try the championship real quick. I kind of want to see what it's all about. We'll go ahead and we'll roll with like a different car. We'll try the Kamikaze. Pearl Jammer asks, what is the best retro port of Doom, in my opinion? Do you mean like... just like back in the 90s? Because, I mean, there's been a lot of ports of Doom over the years. The best one now is the modern console and PC port, that was released, I think, last year or the year before. But as far as, like, back in the day, I mean, I definitely say the PlayStation version, for sure. Like, 100%. it runs the best, it plays the best, it has the most content. You can even system link and do 2-player if you want. Yeah, I would definitely say PlayStation by far. YouTube does take a cut. They take a 30% cut on pretty much everything. On Twitch, they take a 50% cut. Although Twitch only does direct donations in the form of bits, which is these things you can buy. You basically give Amazon, like, say, I don't know, $5, and you get like 400 bits in return. And every bit is a penny. So you donate 100 bits, you're basically donating $1. But Twitch actually takes out even more. Oh yeah, okay, I totally forgot. You also have nitros now, I believe. I think? Oh, maybe that's Cruis'n Exotica I'm thinking of. What is that ×3 down on the bottom left? I've never actually played championship mode in this. Yeah, you do have nitros, nice. Okay, it's C down by default. See, that's really cool. This is where, you know, the nitros came to play. Another reason why, after playing Cruis'n Blast, I wanted to go back to the old games. Not just to, like, you know, play them and have fun, but to see, like, where the series has come, see where, like, the elements in Blast started from. And so the nitros started in the second game. It's really cool. That was a horrible flip because I just went off the track. Oh, I didn't do it. Did my wheelie too late. You know what? Doing the flip like that might actually give me a speed boost when I'm in the air. I'm not sure. Like, I'm still trying to figure out some of the details on this game. You know what? I just realized there's no oncoming traffic in this mode. I like that. And this is an actual, like, racing mode now, too. So that's actually really cool. I mean, this is a very distinct mode compared to just cruising. You know, it's about actual, like, racing now. Three laps, so... kind of struggling with my drifting with this thing. Woo! Yeah, like I went up to 152 when I did my flip. All right, first place. Will says, "Hey Austin, Gran Turismo variety stream." Oh god, I have barely played the Gran Turismo series, so that would make for a very bad stream. Plus, those games use... I'm gonna have to look at the first two. I own the first two. I own the third and fourth one, actually. I'm not gonna be able to play GT3 or 4. I think they all use licensed music. I don't know about the first two games, though, if they use licensed music or if it's, you know, just like original music. I'll have to look into it.
Ready, set, go! Checkpoint!
I mean, if the original, like, Gran Turismo and Gran Turismo 2, if they have original music as opposed to licensed, I might... maybe I can do, like, a blind stream on one of them.
Checkpoint!
And if I do, that would be something I'd do in, like, the next week or two. Because we're getting close to October, which means that, we're pretty much, you know, gonna be doing all horror-themed games in October, as we always do. I still don't know if I'm gonna be able to have a dedicated Let's Play that's horror-themed in October. I've already got, like, my next 5 Let's Plays recorded and ready. Speaking of which, anyone that's the channel member, or a Patreon backer, if you get on my Discord, you can actually access all those videos right now. They are all up, including all my, weird controller videos. I've got, like, 4 or 5 of those recorded out in advance as well. It's the first time I've been this far ahead with content, like, I think ever. Like, actual edited content. It's kind of weird. Oh, finally did the Super Heli. That's always hard for me to do. I can't get it consistently. Saw for Halloween? No, definitely not. Aren't there a couple of Saw games? Hey, Liberal Arts Guy. Liberal Arts Guy says Bubsy 3D is a great horror game. Probably not a Splatterhouse stream, Pearl Jammer, but I don't know. If I'm able to cook up a horror-themed Let's Play for October, I've been thinking of redoing one of my Splatterhouse playthroughs, maybe like the TurboGrafx version. A lot of those older Let's Plays where there's no face cam and no editing. Yeah, I'm going to be looking at, like, redoing a lot of those. Night Trap stream? Definitely not. No, that game is... the game's a pain in the ass. Yeah, no, thank you, Society. He says, keep up the good work, man. Always such a great channel. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Society. Thank you. Fluttershy asks, am I going to be playing any Castlevanias for October? Absolutely. You know, there's no such thing as October without Castlevania on my channel. I will absolutely be playing through Symphony of the Night again. I think I'm going to buy the PS4 version, since that's one of the only versions of Symphony of the Night I haven't actually played on the channel. Either that, or there's a hacked Saturn version now that, fixes a lot of its performance problems. And I think it might even be, like, translated. I'm probably gonna go with the PS4 version, because it's just easier. Man, I'm just all over the place. I realize I haven't even really used my nitros much. Haven't had a need to yet. Granted, we are on the easiest difficulty, because that's all you can play. You know, normal, or sorry, medium and hard are, you know, blocked off right now. Cafe Man asks, is Dino Crisis considered horror? Yeah. Not like spooky monster horror, but, you know, it is technically a survival horror game. The dinos are the scary part. Man, much tighter turns in this one, too. Alright, third lap. Just chilling out with this music. I feel like I'm drifting in Outrun 2. Drifting feels a little bit like that. Woo! That turn right there. Thomas asks, did I miss Cruis'n USA? Yes. And I'd say probably most of Cruis'n World. When we finish this like one championship mode, we're going to swap games. We're going to swap over to Exotica. I just wanted to see what championship was all about. Oh, well, we apparently just finished it, so we're going to swap out now. Yeah, so it looks like you've got 3 championships. And, so yeah. That is Cruis'n World. It's definitely improved over the first game in a lot of ways. I still like the sense of speed in the first game, though. And just, like, the chill nature of just the cruising mode. But, yeah. That was fun. The little overlay with the map, you mean like the track map? No, it just had like an overlay that told you where the traffic was. But I don't think it actually showed you like the twists and turns and things like that. Still no cat. No kitty. Hey, Encrypted Printer, welcome back. Alright, Cruis'n Exotica. This one's a little weird. Yeah, it actually features a high-res title screen. Gratuitous games. Yeah, I don't even know what else these guys did. I'm actually kind of curious. Let's go ahead and hit start. Let's see. Oh, a Game Boy Color version of Exotica exists. Okay, maybe not Cruis'n World. I've never, like, as outside of this game, I'd never heard of Gratuitous Games. I don't know what else they did. Defunct video game developer, which is responsible for porting different games to consoles like N64, GameCube, Xbox, PS2. They supported development on Gex 3 for N64. Interesting. So Soldier of Fortune 2, Double Helix, Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX2, MLB Slugfest, 2003, Kart Fury Championship Racing, Cruis'n Exotica, Gex 3. Wow, that's it. Okay. Yeah, the reason I was curious is because, like, they did a really good job on this one, as far as I can tell. Alright, so you got your challenge mode like we were doing before, or I guess that was technically championship, but I think challenge is basically the championship. I haven't messed around with freestyle. And then Exotica, that is basically your normal cruising mode. So that's what we're going to try to play. Attempt to play through. You get limited continues in this. And as far as I'm aware, there's no drifting in this game. But you do have nitrous again. I don't think you have nitrous in the cruising mode, though. I think it's just the challenge mode. Exotic mode. That's probably like bikini babes and stuff like that. Easy, normal, hard. We'll just play on medium. And we'll play Exotica. And attempt to actually get through this. Luigi Mansion was a really cool Halloween game. Yeah, Luigi's Mansion is awesome.
Korea is beautiful.
Let me play with automatic transmission. And we'll just roll with this.
Ready? Set? Go!
Yeah, so this I think it's more about like the boosting.
Woo!
And again, you have air control when you flip.
Awesome!
Trying to catch up to him. It's not working. Ooh, that sucks. I want to say I have to get first place. I don't remember, though. We're going to find out.
Checkpoint! Yeah! Awesome! Yes! Awesome!
Oh, not good, not good. I got boosted. That's crazy.
Checkpoint! Awesome!
We need more. Ooh! Ah! Ooh! Ah! There's a lot of that in the first Cruis'n USA.
Yeah!
Oh no! Jeez, man, this traffic sucks. That's the finish. Fourth place. Not good. I think we're just gonna restart since you get limited continues. Yeah, we have 3 continues left. We're just gonna skip that and just start over. That was just the first level. You don't ever waste a continue in the first level.
Korea is beautiful. Ready? Set? Go!
Oh, come on.
Checkpoint!
I do wonder why they took out drifting from Exotica. Unless it was something that was in the arcade game and just not included in the console port. Console conversion. Yeah, the sense of speed in this one is definitely better than Cruis'n World. Cruis'n World, like, it's fun, but you feel like you're going really slow, even though you're driving like 140 miles an hour. This definitely feels faster, which is nice. Flying a little close to the ground there, airplane. In terms of like turns and whatnot, this does have more of like a Cruis'n 1 feeling. Bikini babes! Pearl Jammer says sense of speed in USA is slow too. Yeah, I don't really agree with that. I mean, after just playing through it, it's when you're going at top speed and you're not running into stuff, it feels fast. Pearl Jammer asks, what is my favorite pinball table? That would be the Rolling Stones by Stern Pinball. Tron Legacy is probably a close second. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I like the lighting effects too.
Go, baby. Checkpoint.
I love that we're underwater and there's still traffic. These games are so goofy. I love it.
Go, baby. Checkpoint.
Alright, got it. First place. Thomas asks, has anyone ever played We're Back, a Dinosaur Story on SNES? I have not. I've never played that. Adam says, man, I really want to play this one, but I don't even know if my N64 still works. Time to bust it out, man, and see. Your N64 probably still works. They don't die very often. Yeah, so one interesting thing about this game is that it does track like how many miles you've driven, and that's a part of the unlock process. Is you unlock extra continues and, you know, other things based on how long you've driven or how far you've driven. I hate the opponents in this series with a passion.
Checkpoint.
Super flip.
Checkpoint.
I'm pretty sure you have to get first place on the cruising mode in order to progress.
Checkpoint. Go, baby.
Let's see. Yep. Oh, it sucks having to be first place. Cafe Man asked, did you ever stream F-Zero GX? I do. I will pull it up and I will link it in chat for you guys. Man, that was 4 years ago. I can't believe I've been streaming this long on YouTube. That's insane. July 6th, 2017 is when I streamed it. It's just insane. Yeah, I've got a stream of the original Super Nintendo F-Zero as well. And then, a full Let's Play of F-Zero X. I should do a live stream of F-Zero X maybe sometime soon.
Ready? Set. Go.
See, doing the flip seems to be good if you're trying to just, you know, beat the timer. Because if you run out of time, you do get a game over. But it's not really a factor that you really need to, you know, pay a lot of attention to.
Checkpoint.
Because if you're going to get first place, you're going to beat the clock. It's kind of guaranteed. Getting your little time bonuses doesn't really do a whole lot as far as I'm aware. God damn it. You see, that's the kind of shit that pisses me off right there. Yeah, the car just slams into you. They again, just like the other games, don't give any craps about you whatsoever. You're just like minding your own business and then boom, you just get slammed into randomly. We're in first. Let's see if we can keep that. It does also sometimes feel like you almost rely on your opponents running into traffic. Because when they get ahead of you, it's hard to catch back up. Alright, we got it. Live War Arts Guy says, I loved your rage on the F-Zero SNES stream. Yeah, I think I threw my console across the room. It was not good. Not good, not good, not good. Yeah, Fluttershy, I know the part you're talking about in Lion King. That's the part that gives everybody trouble. It's just a very particular way you have to go about it. But yeah, it's very much possible to get through it consistently. That's a game I want to learn how to beat and then do a Let's Play of. I've seen people go through it and I'm like, yeah, I can totally do that. I can totally learn that game. Jesus, man, stop running into me! My God. This is so aggravating. I think I actually raged at this game the other night. I just like threw the controller across the room and just shut it off because the AI is just so freaking stupid in this game. It's really irritating. It sucks a lot of the fun out of the experience. Oh man, I'm just getting heated thinking about it too. Oops, did not mean to do that.
Checkpoint. Go, baby.
It's like I pretty much have to do the wheelie.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Checkpoint.
It's just freaking bumper cars, you know?
Checkpoint. Oh, yeah. Yes.
This is so stupid. Like, look at this. This is retarded. It is not fun at all. And I'm still second, by the way. It would have been impossible to catch up to that first place car. I think this is the weakest of the trilogy when it comes to the cruising modes. It's not particularly fun. You get limited continues. It's more of like a high stress experience, you know? And then like it's so hard to just pass your opponents. They just sit there next to you and just slam into you left and right. Ah, heavy lifting. That's right, I did unlock that. I don't even know if, like, using any of these other vehicles is really worth it.
Ready? Set? Go!
Society says he has a funny controller throwing story. I want to hear that. Tell us, Society. Look at this. This is so stupid. Man, I was having a really good time with the other two games, but I'm not having a good time right now with this one.
Checkpoint.
We'll try the challenge mode. It's probably more enjoyable. I don't know. We'll see. And the thing about them slamming into you is, like, they're not disadvantaged by doing that, whereas you are. Like, when they run into you, you slow down, they don't.
Checkpoint.
I also need to learn the shortcuts. I think they're probably mandatory. Wow, we're actually in first. I do feel like it's relatively luck-based at this point. I don't feel like I earned first place.
Checkpoint.
Oh, I was trying to go off the track.
Checkpoint.
Yeah, and look at the cars behind me. They're just basically staying at the exact same speed. Oh, they're inching up slightly. You can see the red blocks on the right. Adam's heading out. He says, take care, Austin, in chat. Good night. Yeah, have a good night, Adam. Fluttershy says they programmed the AI to be as annoying as humanly possible. Yes, absolutely. So frustrating. I hate like just whining when I'm doing live streams like these. Man, it is aggravating.
So cool. Ready? Set? Go!
Yeah, and you can boost off the line, but I'm not sure how to do that. I haven't figured out the timing on that. Well, okay. I'll take that. Yeah, I mean, when you're just driving like this and you're not really getting slammed into left and right, the game feels really good. It is very smooth. It's probably the smoothest of the three. I think that was a short... See, and then you start getting slammed into, and then it starts becoming not fun. I think I need to be boosting more, too. Oh yeah, the flies, or the insects. They smash against the screen.
Go, baby.
Nope, that's bad. Well, we just lost it. Unless I get super lucky and everyone wrecks.
Go, baby. Go, baby.
God, man. I was so close, too. I was so close. That was just horrible. I don't even know if we have any... Yeah, this is my last continue, too.
Alaska is so cool.
I'm confused. Why is this Alaska?
Ready?
Does Alaska have beaches like this?
Go, baby.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I still need to fire up the Wii Cruis'n game. I meant to do that earlier this week. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow on my own. And then I want to try the Game Boy games. Yeah, it's almost like you really have to rely on your opponents running into traffic. Alright, I think I saw a shortcut here last time. Let's see. Yep, okay, nice. Should have done a wheelie.
Checkpoint. Awesome. Whoa. Checkpoint.
There we go. Okay, we got it. Well, we get to at least see the next course. And the thing with the limited continues is that, you know, the cruising mode on this isn't as, like, relaxing as it is in the other games.
Las Vegas is
Because now I'm like, oh, if I lose, I don't get to keep playing. I have to start over. So now I'm worried about winning.
set. Go. Yes.
Yeah, actually, this is as far as I've made it.
Go, baby.
And, yep. Okay, I get it, cars. You can stop bumping into me. It's like, you really have to just get out ahead, and if you don't, it's just a nightmarish scenario. Oh, no. I hate it when I do the side wheelie in this one.
Whoa.
Mondo roll.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. It's game over. Unless I get lucky.
Checkpoint.
I'm kind of curious what people feel of, or how people feel about these old cruising games, what their favorites are, things like that. Really curious what experienced players think of this one in particular.
Checkpoint. Yes. Go, baby.
Oh no, that's not good. That sucks. I think this is the end. Just about.
Yes.
Almost had it, guys. Liberal Arts Guy says he has some friends that have been up to Alaska, and they say they have some really summer-feeling beaches that are super cold. Hey, Saboteur, welcome back. Oh man, that was bad. That's just like gut-wrenching. I mean, I got a new car. Whoop-de-doo, I guess. I'd prefer to still be playing the cruising mode, but I can't because they don't let you. Because you get limited continues. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea after the first 2 games. Now you do unlock more credits, but I don't know what it takes to actually do that. Alright, let's try the challenge mode. So this is kind of like the circuit mode in you know, the new Cruis'n Blast. And yeah, so you basically press up to go to your different circuits. So we'll stick with the blue one. Let's see. So I think I've already done some of these. I'm trying to figure out which one I did do. Not really a fan of this menu system either. It's hard to tell what you've done and what you haven't done. Okay, I actually see a cup there. So I have no idea what's going on with this menu. I don't know like what I've already played and what I haven't. Jesus Christ, this is so bad. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, that was Will Haynes.
Set. Go.
Liberal Arts Guy asks, can you save state with an EverDrive? No. Not an EverDrive 64, as far as I'm aware. Some of the, you know, I know the NES EverDrive you can do save states, and I'm not sure if that was ever added to one of the later Super Nintendo EverDrives.
Checkpoint.
Yeah, man, I gotta say, Exotica is definitely my least favorite of the bunch on the system. It's really disappointing because, like, when I first fired it up, I was really impressed by, like, you know, how it looks, how smooth it plays, and, you know, how it feels, but, the AI is just garbage in this game.
Go, baby.
Yeah, the AI really brings down the enjoyment factor. Even in this mode, I was like, oh, well, if we play the challenge mode, it's probably... maybe the AI is better. No. It's still It's still a jumbled mess. But yeah, it's still a fun stream. It's still fun experimenting with the game, trying it out. But yeah, it's definitely my least favorite of the bunch. I'd say World is probably the best on the console. Still love playing the first Cruis'n USA as well, because it does feel just very chill. You know, just a traditional driving game, kind of like Outrun. Society is telling his story. Him and his brother were living at a halfway house. Each had dressers at the foot of their beds that had flat screen TVs on. The back of the dressers were thin particle board. Oh, yeah. His brother had a PS2 with the Burnout game, and he had a bad temper, and when he would lose, he would hurl the controller at the back of the dresser. Yeah, that particle board probably broke real quick. I feel like blue indicates I've already done it, but I have no idea. It doesn't tell me. It's such a terrible menu system.
Ready? Set? Go!
Like, there's no indicator on the icons telling you if you've actually, like, finished it. But the rings around each icon change color, but I don't know if blue means completed or brown is completed. I have no idea. We'll just roll with it. Yeah, I cannot understate the importance of making clear, legible menu systems. It was definitely a big problem in games during this time. PlayStation, Saturn, N64, even Dreamcast. There were so many games that just had menus that you had no idea what did what button you're supposed to press, what makes you go forward, what makes you go back. In games like this, like, what's the indicator telling you you've actually already done something or haven't done something, and vice versa. We're gonna have to try the freestyle mode, see if that, like, removes traffic or anything like that. Or if you can remove, just your opponents completely. Super flip. Yeah, I do like a lot of the visuals in this game. I mean, I especially like that water effect on the floor. So Society continues his controller on the particle board would get stuck, and then he'd get even more pissed. You did? Okay, so you did not destroy your dresser like him, but you did punch the drywall next to you once and made a hole. Oh, that's horrible. Probably hurt your hand, too. Man, they kicked you out for that? Oh, jeez. That sucks, man.
Ready? Set? Go!
Sucks that they just kicked you out like that, you know? I would have been like... Just like make you fix it. Like learn how to fix this hole in our wall. That's your punishment. Like getting booted back out on the street, that's horrible. It's just drywall, you know? You just fix it up. You patch it up. It's not hard. I've learned that lesson. I mean, in my old game room, man, I had holes on all sides of the wall. All sides of the room. I had a lot of like anger issues when I was in that room. And some of that's carried over into this newer game room. I put a few holes in this wall too. Lately I've been pretty good though. But on the bright side of things, it did teach me how to patch drywall. So in a way it worked out. I just realized I picked the same course again. I don't know why I did that. I wasn't paying attention. All right. Ooh, Arts Guy punched a hole in his apartment wall before as well. Oh, man. You guys in punching walls, I don't know how you do that. I throw stuff. Alright, yeah, they're like this. This makes no sense. They just keep changing freaking colors, and I don't know what. I don't know what this menu system is. I don't like it.
Ready? Set? Go!
Yes, all of you cars, just stay on your own side of the road, please. Yeah, what's also interesting is I don't actually have nitrous in this mode. I figured they would give it to me. Maybe you only have it in freestyle. Alright, got it. We're just kind of going through these tracks one by one.
Ready? Set? Go!
Oh yeah, this is the one we lost on earlier. Yeah, the environments here can be a lot more detailed than the other games. Some of the environments are pretty drab, but like this course looks pretty good. Yeah, I'd really like to know where some of these shortcuts are, too. I might have to pull up like a long play or something, see what other people do on this game. There we go. F-Zero Lad asks, is this Exotica? It looks strange. It is Exotica, yeah. The physics look strange compared to the first two. Yeah, I don't know what looks strange. It feels really good. I think it's the best feeling of the bunch. It's the smoothest by far. Like, even when you do, like, a flip in the air, you've got mid-air control, and it's, you know, it's nice. Bumping into your opponents is really irritating, though. Yeah, I have to do a better job of cutting my corners, too. That's how you get past your opponents. Whoa, okay. I mean, that's another way, too. Yeah, the game definitely feels the best of the three, if you ask me, but the roadside, not the roadside traffic, your opponents are the worst. So it's just kind of ironic. Like, it feels the best, but it also feels the worst because your opponents are constantly bumping into you. It's really weird. Why? What? Alright, I'm done with this mode. I don't even know. This menu system is killing me. It really is. One item was green, one was gold, one was brown. I don't know what this indicates. And see here, everything's blue, which tells me maybe blue is what you haven't done yet. Go with Ireland.
So green.
She says Ireland is so green. Can't wait for the Cruis'n Blast gameplay. I already streamed that. I streamed that earlier this week. That's actually kind of what got this whole thing, this whole Cruis'n idea going. But yeah, I have like a 5-hour long stream, so if you just go to my channel, it'll be like the previous video right before this. Yeah, Cruis'n Blast was a ton of fun. It's easily my favorite game that's come out in a while. It's so much fun. A lot of what you see here, like this nonsense, doesn't exist in Cruis'n Blast. You can actually take down your opponents and destroy them. It's really fun. I personally think it's the best in the series. It's just... a lot of the annoyances of the old games were just gone completely. The game is so much more streamlined. The drifting is also really good in that game. Look, what just happened there? I don't know why that happened. Yeah, and I still don't have nitrous. I haven't, like, it's in the options menu. Maybe it's something you unlock? I really have no idea. We've played all 3 modes, and we still haven't seen nitrous at all. It's not indicated anywhere on the screen. The options menu does say that you press Z to use it, but I don't have it to use. Yeah, I feel like some of this game's features are just locked. You have to unlock them as you play. Oh, that was the finish line. Ah, awful. F-Zero Lad says, getting Blast is a bit difficult to get a physical copy of. Yeah, you know, when the day it came out, I thought everybody was gonna get it. Because it's, you know, it was on a Nintendo Direct, and, you know, people were kind of hyped for it, and only one Walmart had it near me. Best Buy was out, Starland was out. I don't think any of the GameStops got it. I was driving from store to store to store and just wasn't able to find it. It was kind of aggravating, honestly.
Holland is nice.
But, I mean, if you don't have to have it right now, I would suggest just buying it online. I get it from Amazon and just have it shipped to you.
Ready?
But I wanted to play it, like, on the day of its release. We did a live stream of it, and it was really cool being able to do that. You know, pick up the game on day one, physical. I didn't have to buy a digital copy, and then be able to just pop it in and just stream it that night. That was really fun. That was a Tuesday night stream, too. I don't normally stream in the middle of the week on YouTube. I'll often do, like, Thursday or Friday streams. Look at the Amazon page. It says it'll be delivered in 1 to 2 months. What? Seriously? Game Mill. Yeah, I don't know what else they've published. But yeah, I was really disappointed by the fact that, like, very few physicals were local to me. I thought it was gonna be, like, it was gonna be a much bigger game. Hey, Ethan, welcome to the stream. He says, I figured they would be better stocked as well. Yeah. I mean, now you guys are making me really glad I was able to find a physical, because it sounds like a lot of people just aren't. I guess some of these companies are underestimating physical demand. Yeah, personally, I don't pay more than like 20 bucks for a digital game these days. You know, so if it's 40 to 60 and it's, you know, available on a cartridge, then I'm gonna buy the cartridge. I don't foresee myself trading in Cruis'n Blast, because like I said, it's one of my favorite games in a while. But I do like having the option, just in case, down the road. But I think it's going to be a keeper. I don't think I'm going to ever sell it. Yeah, it's definitely one of those games I'll constantly come back to as the years go on. Let me see if Starland has physical copies of it. They had them, they were supposed to get them last week. Wow, Starland's out of stock too. Jeez. They must have only got a couple copies. Liberal Arts Guy says he's been going more digital lately. It saves space. Yeah, I hear you there, man. Yeah, Walmart's website is moving ridiculously slow right now. So, Cruis'n Blast and Walmart. It's just got a pre-order button. Man, it's like everybody is out. This is crazy. This is really crazy to me. This seems like a very poorly handled physical release. Very, very poorly handled. There's no reason it should be out of stock everywhere. I can't imagine the game's that popular. I mean, not even a single one of my Switch friends is playing it. So Best Buy, Best Buy says they have it. It's got the order item or order icon. So I'll link you guys to Best Buy if anyone wants one. It says they have it, so it says you can add to cart. So yeah, I would, if anybody wants a physical of Cruis'n Blast, I would go through them. Yeah, Walmart's out, Amazon's out, Starland is out. Oh, you can get the European version. The European version is published by Maximum Games, and it's the same thing. Yeah, Amazon has the European version of this. I'll link you guys to it. GameStop apparently has it too. And it says add to cart, brand new. Ships in 2 to 4 days. So, okay, it looks like it's not as hard to get as I thought, but you're not going to be able to walk into a Walmart and buy one, apparently. Yeah, you might be able to walk into a GameStop at least, if you have one. I know a lot of them have shut down. But there you go, guys. Hopefully that helps you. They didn't even spell cruise right. The Game Mill version. They added an E where there's not supposed to be an E. This company doesn't seem like it's got its, I don't know. Wow, and they apparently listed this originally at $50 for some reason. It's discounted to $40 now, but you can see the original list price is $50. That's really odd. One good thing about buying it at Walmart is it only cost me like $33. Walmart sells all their games cheaper than the competition, so I felt really good about being able to get it there. Okay, enough of looking at that. Well, there's no reason to pay $50, liberal arts guy. Because GameStop has it, Best Buy has it. You know, just buy it from one of those places. You know, I just posted the links in chat, so anyone that is interested in getting Cruis'n Blast, yeah, it's available. Just go there, buy it online, get it in a week or so, or whatever. So yeah, we've been streaming for almost 3 hours now. I think what I'm going to do is probably do a couple more courses here, and then we'll probably just get out of here. I'll probably end the stream. Might go live again on Twitch later. Maybe I'll fire up the Mister and try some of the other Cruis'n games, like the Game Boy Advance version, and Exotica was ported to Game Boy Color. Wouldn't mind trying that. I thought Cruis'n World was also ported to Game Boy Color. But yeah, maybe I'll do that later tonight. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thanks for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. Sorry to kind of end the stream on a low note. I don't know, just Cruis'n Exotica for me is it's probably my least favorite of the three on the console. Cruis'n USA is definitely the most shallow and simple, but it's still really fun for me. It's definitely more relaxing than some of the other ones. But Cruis'n World, I would say, is by far the best of the three. I really like the drifting in that game, too. Like, again, there's not really any drifting in this one. And the AI in this one is just not fun at all. I actually do wonder if in the options menu if I can like turn off opponents, but it doesn't. I don't think you can. Yeah, Fluttershy, I agree. It's definitely not bad. This is definitely not bad, but it's, you know, I find it to be the least interesting of the three, or the least enjoyable. It's not to say it's a bad game, but yeah, there's no way to turn the traffic off either. And I don't know how to unlock the exotic mode. But yeah, let's go to controller setup. Yeah, N2O. I've had 0 N2O. I wonder if that's like car specific. Hey, Office. Offices, take the stream out back and end it. GameStop says Blast is a bestseller. Nice. That's good to hear. For some reason, someone just followed me on Twitch. I heard the notification. Oh, man. Yeah, Liberal Arts guy says Cruis'n Exotica did get a Game Boy Color port. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I think I might even try it later tonight. I'll bust out the Mister and load up the Game Boy Core. And then I want to try Velocity on Game Boy Advance. It's probably not particularly good, but...
Far out, Mars.
Oh yeah, that's a thing in this. You actually go to Mars, apparently. At the end of the Cruis'n mode.
Ready? Set. Go.
Yeah, I agree, F-Zero Lad. The... this doesn't even really look like Mars. It just looks like I'm in a generic desert. Yeah, the soundtrack of the first Cruis'n USA is definitely nothing to write home about. I mean, it's got this, this goofy charm to it, though, you know, that's endearing. I will give it that. So, like, I do enjoy it for what it is. kind of like goofy schlock. But the instrumentation is not amazing for sure. This is just using like samples, you know. So it is yeah, a bunch of later N64 games did this. I do also wonder if there's like some other tricks I should be really really doing regularly that I don't know about. Yeah, one thing I love about like PS2 era racing games is like you'll notice like everything is just fading in here. It's constant fade in. Like in PS2 era, like you'd see the entire environment. It doesn't have to load in like this. You know, you look at games like Ridge Racer 5 and Extreme G3, XGRA. You know, XGRA has huge environments. Office says, I'm used to Mars having demons everywhere, so this place is kind of disappointing. F-Zero Lad says, I'll buy Cruis'n Blast and Metroid next month. And yeah, good call on that. I definitely want to get Metroid when it comes out, too. I might actually do that. I really wish they would convert Samus Returns from 3DS to the Switch. That'd be nice. And A Link Between Worlds. Yeah, so freestyle, it's literally just everything is unlocked. You just play whatever you want.
Korea is beautiful.
Let's try one of these cars, see if it gives me nitrous. I don't think it is, but I was gonna say maybe it's like car specific.
Set. Go.
Yeah, no nitrous. Yeah, so if anyone out there knows when you get nitrous, like I'm assuming it's an unlockable.
Checkpoint.
Yeah, I don't actually buy a lot of new games. Cruis'n Blast was the first, like, brand new, not super budget release that I've bought in a while. And then Metroid's next month. Like, wow, I might actually buy that too. It's weird buying games as they're brand new. Oops, I was looking at chat. Don't chat and drive. Don't read chat and drive. Yeah, that was bad. Yeah, it really is Fluttershy, how I can't use Nitro. I mean, it's on the options screen. Like I said, I guess it's something that, like, we unlock. Yeah, see, it tracks your miles. I'm at 14,000 miles. Yeah, it's also kind of weird how you actually pick characters to play as. You can play as a baby, a clown, Wild West kind of guy. Bikini babe. Another bikini babe. I don't know. It's weird. Liberal Arts guy asks, have you played the Sonic Colors remaster yet? No. And I don't plan on it. I have the original on Wii. I would just play that. I remember enjoying that game, though. I never did finish it, but I did play quite a bit of it, probably like 10 years ago. It was a lot of fun. F-Zero Lad says, this year at least got more games than you were expecting. You're not getting Mario Party, but you're sure people will enjoy that. You're getting Advance Wars in December. That's right. I know there are people looking for that. Looking forward to that. Oh, man. Well, guys, that's Cruis'n Exotica. I think I'm going to wrap things up here. Still no Cat, unfortunately. But you got to see her a little bit at the beginning of the stream. I'll try to have the archive of this posted either later tonight or tomorrow, and I'll try to have it time-coded so you can just kind of skip around from game to game. And, well, yeah, Cruis'n Exotica, not my favorite of the bunch, but this, you know, this is the most I've played it. I've played it twice now this week, and, you know, so I'm glad I was able to put time into it. Same with Cruis'n World. I didn't play that one much, but yeah, I put some serious time into it this week. It's pretty cool. And, yeah, I do have a nostalgia for the first Cruis'n USA, because I did play that quite a bit growing up. No nostalgia for these other two, but I'd say overall I enjoyed World the most, with its, you know, drifting and stuff like that. Its championship mode seems pretty cool too, where you actually just do laps. And, so it's kind of nice. Are these included in Cruis'n Blast? They are not, no. Eugene Jarvis, who's one of the developers of the original series, did say that he would love to do a, compilation of the original arcade games. I would love to see that. I'd especially like to see what Cruis'n Exotica looks like in the arcade. Apparently, it's a pretty good-looking game. Yeah, likewise, Fluttershy. You take care, too. Likewise, Mark. You're welcome. Thanks for hanging out, dude. I appreciate it. Office says he's also looking forward to Fatal Frame. That's right. I think you mentioned that on Twitch the other night. Yeah, but that'll probably be a decent seller for Switch. I know that series has its has a pretty dedicated fan base. I still haven't played a Fatal Frame game. Man, I also want to play some Cruis'n Blast. Oh, man. Lawrence says, I finally got my Cruis'n Blast for the Switch, and he's enjoying it very much. Very nice, man. Glad to see you playing that. Hopefully one day he'll get an N64 and get the other 3 games. Yeah, you should do that. Yeah, these games are fun. Exotica is probably the most expensive of the 3 as well. I think that one's like shooting up in price. I think from what I've checked, I think it's like a $40 cartridge now, just by itself. Complete in box is even more. First Cruis'n USA is still pretty cheap. It's like a $10 game, $10, $12. Cartridge only. I'm not sure about Cruis'n World. I'm gonna check the price on that, actually. Let's check that. Cruis'n World has gone up a little bit too. Looks like that's like a $25 cartridge. 20 to 25. Yeah, so not super cheap. But it's still affordable, I'd say. Cruis'n. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. I do appreciate it. I'm probably gonna go out and grab me some food. I am hungry. Yeah, so thank you guys for hanging out. Let's see, get some more last-minute shout-outs. Did want to shout out Koopa Kid Games to for joining up as a channel member earlier. So thank you for that. Channel members, remember that I do post my Let's Plays there early. You should get like a little notification when I do, so watch out for those. I will be posting something for you guys next week when my next Let's Play goes live. And yeah, so watch out for that. Huge shout outs to Will Haynes, who did a massive super chat again, so thank you so much, Will. And then shout outs to Society of Sin and Adam Pearson, who also did super chats. Helps out a lot, so yeah, thank you guys, thank you very much. And Fluttershy says he's gonna grab me some sleep. Nice. Yeah. Alrighty, folks. Have yourselves a fantastic day or night wherever you are in the world. And I guess until the next one, take it easy.